When the author of this book, Commander Guy Carr, died on October 2nd, 1959, he left this book in manuscript form, along with many scribbled notes, reference books, half-formulated thoughts, etc. His last wish was that the book be finished and published in order that all men might know of the plot, which exists to wipe out every trace of decency in the world and all civilizations as we know them now. Such a task is manifestly beyond ordinary means. I, his oldest son, have been asked to try and edit, revise, and correct the manuscript as best possible before publication. This I have done to the best of my limited ability. I have not added anything to the original draft or changed anything, except where requested to do so in marginal notes in my father's own handwriting. I found the work frustrating because it was far beyond the scope of my ability. At the same time, I found it extremely interesting and rewarding as I tried to sort out the thoughts and ideas of a man who died almost 7 years ago. At some points in the manuscript, I found notes such as, check the accuracy of such and such a point, or dig out more information on such and such a person. On each occasion, I deleted the point queried completely, for it was always my father's strong belief that nothing should ever be written until completely proved out in the light of existing knowledge. Since I do not have the necessary sense of values to decide what information should or should not be used in such cases, I felt safest by leaving the information out completely. The fact that there are only 13 chapters in this book will annoy some people and frustrate others. I think all who will read it will be left in a state of restlessness. The unfinished symphony has never been completed, and this book will not be completed either, except as each reader finishes it for himself in the future by personal experience as the story unfolds. Many of you will scoff at the statements made in this book. Many will toss it aside as the ravings of a madman. Some will be unable to finish the book because it will arouse anxieties and fears that cannot be faced. But many others, and I hope that they will be in the majority, will find in this work the answers to some of the most perplexing of the problems that have faced men since the beginning of time, and provide material for pondering possible solutions to the future. It is up to this latter group principally, but to all men of goodwill generally, regardless of color, race, or creed, that this work is respectfully dedicated in my Father's name. With the dedication goes my earnest hope and prayer that each one of you will strive, each in his own way, to avert the catastrophe that is surely to come upon us if the devil's plots are not thwarted soon. For those of you who do read further, please try to remember that this is an uncompleted work, and that if there appears to be a gap or lack of continuity at some points, it is only because this book was published from little better than a rough draft of what undoubtedly would have been a polished literary effort had Commander Carr lived a few more months to finish it himself. Please accept my apologies for my obvious lack in preparing this work completely, and I hope that in spite of its shortcomings, it will be a rich source of material for your future thought. Even more, that it will be the inspiration for future good work to continue the author's efforts to tell the truth and shame the devil. If we all work together, perhaps with the help of our Creator, we shall be able to make the world just a little more like God intended that it should be. Sincerely and fraternally yours, W.J. Carr, Jr., Lima, Peru, June 2nd, 1966.